In the days when the earth still listened to human footsteps, and the ancestors walked close enough to whisper warnings in dreams, there lived a man called Kaniri, a quiet farmer from the red soil village of Umuoka. Kaniri was not rich, he was not powerful, but the land loved him. Where others planted and prayed, Kaniri planted and the earth answered. His yams grew fat, his cassava white as moonlight, and his palm trees bent low with wine. People smiled at him in the daytime, but counted his blessings at night with bitter tongues. In Umuoka, jealousy did not shout, it whispered. The elder said, when a man prospers too quietly, spirits must be feeding him. And so, suspicion was born. When the drought came and spared only Kaniri's farm, the village murmured. When a child fell sick and recovered after drinking water from Kaniri's well, the murmuring became fear. Fear, when fed long enough, becomes cruelty. One night, under a moon shaped like a broken calabash, the council met without Kaniri. They did not call him to speak. They did not ask the ancestors. They chose a faster justice. He is a vessel of dark powers, they said. The earth gives to him because he gives to the earth. Blood for blood. Before dawn, they came for him. Kaniri was pulled from his hut while his wife screamed and clutched his legs. His children cried as ropes bit into his wrist. He did not fight. He did not beg, he only said one thing: if I am innocent, the earth will reject what you are about to do. They took him to the old forest, where no bird sang and even the wind avoided the trees. There, they dug a grave deep enough to swallow hope. Kaniri watched the soil pile beside him. When they pushed him in, his back hit the earth hard. Pain exploded in his chest. The first shovel of soil landed on his legs. He shouted. The second covered his waist. He begged. The third filled his mouth with dust. Then darkness closed over him. The last thing Kaniri heard was the sound of earth being patted down, and the silence of people walking away from a living man. Underground, time broke apart. Kaniri fought the soil until his fingers bled. His breath became fire in his chest. When the last air left his lungs, he thought of his children, and then, he died. But death did not take him. In the world beneath the world, Kaniri opened his eyes to find himself standing on a plain of ash. Before him sat the ancestors, their faces carved from shadow and flame. One spoke, his voice like thunder trapped in a drum. You were buried by men, but claimed by the earth. Do you wish to return? Kaniri fell to his knees. I do not seek revenge, he said. I seek truth. The ancestors were silent, then the earth itself spoke. Return, but not as you were. You will walk between breath and soil. You will remind the living that injustice does not stay buried. Lightning split the darkness above ground. 3 days passed. On the third night, the ground in the forest began to shake. The grave cracked, soil burst open, and Kaniri rose. His skin was cold like early morning clay. His eyes carried the weight of graves. Where his shadow fell, insects fled and dogs whimpered. He walked back to Umuoka. Doors slammed shut when people saw him. Mothers pulled children inside. The elders' knees failed them. Kaniri did not shout. He went to the village square on Saturday. One by one, those who buried him felt the earth under their feet soften. Dreams haunted them, dreams of being buried, of calling names no one answered. Crops failed only on the farms of those who lifted the shovel. Water turned bitter in their pots. Guilt grew heavier than hunger. On the seventh night, the chief came, shaking like a leaf in harmattan. Forgive us, he cried. Return to the earth in peace. Kaniri stood. I never left the earth, he said. You did. At sun, some say he sank into the ground where he was buried, finally accepted by the ancestors. Others say he still walks, appearing in villages where innocent blood is swallowed by silence. But in Umuoka, no one ever buried another without truth again, because they learned a lesson older than fear. A man buried by injustice may die, but injustice itself will be the one that never rests. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share AfriTales TV, because African stories deserve to be heard across the world.